If you looked up a spawn room challenge on Black Ops 3 right now, I guarantee for the most part they're either going to be using no gum or classic gobblegum. For some reason, most people are afraid to use the overpowered gobblegum, and there's a lot of them that I could think of that would help tremendously in a spawn room challenge. Whether it's Perkaholic or Immolation Liquidation, a lot of these I'm pretty sure can make a 7-round game turn into 30 rounds. So I decided that I'm going to do all the spawn rooms and all the maps in Zombie Chronicles, allowing myself to use gobblegums. So I have some limitations on some, and I don't really use a bunch of smart ones. It's a lot of the same ones. But with that, I give you spawn room challenge. First map is Nocturne on Taunton. And trust me when I say even though I'm using gums, it doesn't mean I'm using smart gums or even have a plan. For Noct, I use these 5 here. And I thought Disorderly would be more fun, but I used it once. Anyways, we spawn on the first floor of an old air base with only a gun machine and mule kick. There's not much strategy other than train and survive. Early round Noct is super boring, so I'll explain the room while I set up. Noct has 5 windows in its spawn and 2 doors that leave out of the spawn, but we'll be leaving these closed, of course. This map is tight spaced and really only having one suitable spot to try and train, so I'm probably going to end up training there. Round 2 comes and I get Disorderly Combat to have a good old time using all these Black Ops 3 guns. Round 3 comes quick and I get Perkaholic, giving up the Disorderly Combat that I just got. A few rounds come and go as I hit the gobblegum machine, looking for wall power. I buy the RK5 in the meantime, forgetting that I have mule kick, and you will see why this matters later. Time passes and round 9 gives me wall power, so I buy the Shiva and pack a punch it as a result. It's gums like these that make spawn room challenges stand out in my opinion, and why I think the gums make the spawn room challenges funner. Continuing my luck, I hit the gum machine again and get bullet boost. This gum repack-a-punches the weapon in your hand and is perfect for this challenge. Using this, I get dead wire on my Shiva and start hitting for another wall power for the RK5. This takes till round 13 when I finally learn I have mule kick and did not get rid of my RK5 when buying the Shiva. And now I can't pack a bunch. Oh, guess I'm set up at this point. Time goes by and I find myself at round 15 on the most part. I just sit at this window near the door that leads to the box, looking into the rest of the room to kill the zombies that come by. This is working fine, but things pick up and I get my first red screen, only getting saved by a death machine, which ends the round. Coming up on round 18 and things start to get a little bit crazy as I realize Widow's Wine is going to make training a little difficult in this room. Round 19 ends up being just like 18, but round 20 is where I have to start training fully, and I can't just stand there doing nothing, relying on Widow's Wine and double pack-a-punch the whole time. The train spot in this room is okay, 5 out of 10 if you ask me, but the zombies pathing acts a little weird around this table, and it can lead to some dumb downs. Starting round 21, I was confident I could make it a few more rounds, but after killing a few hordes, I get caught up. When I get up, I realize Mule Kick took my pack-a-punch Shiva, and it was practically over. Round 21 to start things out, not too bad if you ask me. Next map is a little special as it has 2 different spawn rooms. If you have a full team, 2 would be spawned in one and 2 in the other, and for this video, I did both of them. The one side with Quick Revive will be side A, and the side with Juggernog will be side B. Side A is similar to Noct. Inside this abandoned Asylum spawn room holds no box location and just a Quick Revive perk. This side has a small room and a dead-end hallway as well. It only holds 3 windows for zombies to spawn and only 1 door to open, same as the other side. I get wall power early on and not wanting to make the same mistake as Noct, I grab the RK5. I get Perkaholic on round 4 and another wall power shortly after on round 5. Now I have both wall buys pack-a-punch and only need bullet boost to set up. A few rounds roll by without problems. I get bullet boost on round 10, getting fireworks on the Shiva and Thunderwall on the RK5. One thing I love about spawn room challenges is just how fast the zombies come into the map and how the rounds can just fly by. And so before I even know it, it's round 13. I grab Aftertaste, a strategy I use but end up ditching for some reason. I don't know why. After round 15, I find out just how annoying Widow's Wine is in these tight spawn rooms. Getting hit just leaves a slow horde in the middle of the room as more zombies funnel in from the sides, and I get my first down this way. But with Aftertaste, I'm actually able to get up with all of my perks, so it's not like I'm just gonna instantly die out like on Noct. As I revive, I grab a nuke, and with the breaking zombies, I hit the gum and get Perkaholic again. There's Quick Revive back. That doesn't last long as round 17 I get downed yet again. The awkward shape of this room combined with the windows placement make it hard to train, and especially with Widow's Wine. I revive myself again and start working on a new strategy. From early on I had repacked my Shiva, gaining turn, and using this zombie I stand at the window in the connected room and try to keep the zombies at bay doing this. This works for a bit, but I end up downing on round 19. Doing worse than Nocturne on Taunton. That's kind of sad. Now with that down, we come to side B, and the first spawn room with an actual box location. So for this I use Immolation, but I decided to not make it super easy and only allow myself to use this gum once per spawn room, so I can use all 3 of the fire sales that it drops to, make like a super fire sale, as you'd want to call it. And whatever I get through those hits, I'm allowed to keep. With my last hit of the box, I end up with a Dingo, a slot for a wall gun, and the Wonder Waffle. All by round 3. That's pretty nice. On this side B, it holds 4 windows, similar size to side A, but has a much better spot to stand and get kills. The early rounds go by quick as I wait till round 5 for Perkaholic. Round 7 I get wall power, grab my Shiva. I'll say this, I gained an appreciation for this gun playing this challenge. I had never liked it, never really used wall guns in the spawn rooms. I was always just to knife them until I got another gun. Before I knew it, it was round 10. Standing next to the door to the spawn, funneled the zombies in well and made it easy to run through rounds. Round 11, 12, 13, 14, all easy. Not even Widow's Wine can stop me. Round 15 I get bullet boost using it once, gaining blast furnace before almost getting trapped due to Widow's Wine. But my waffle saves me. From here till round 20 I hold out using Widow's Wine and the occasional death machine before trying to train the zombies in the small room, barely being successful even with the Wonder Waff. Round 21 starts and the zombies flood in, quickly trapping me and sealing this run's fate. I was sure I could go much further with the Wonder Waff, but I choked. With this map over, I do want to say the Jug side is much better than the Quick Revive side, as the slight camp spot alone helps the ease, but the box is also nice, so I'd give side B a solid 7 and side A a 4 out of 10. One less than knocked, as at least the map had a train spot. I mean, just saying. Shinonuma brings us back to another spawn room lacking a box location. We find ourselves in an old facility in the middle of a swamp. A glowing meteorite can be seen off in the distance. It's 115. This room holds 4 windows, all with very long paths zombies have to walk before they're in the room. Something they don't really do at all anymore. I mean, new spawn rooms, they're in instantly sometimes. There's also 2 doors leaving the spawn, but both lead to the same area for this map. Plan for this map is basically the same as Noct was. So I load up with a new perk set and begin. Perkaholic comes at the start of the round 2, and a nuke brings us to 3. A lot of the time, I end up getting bullet boost before wall power. I feel like it's coded that way just to spite me. Round 5, I get my first wall power, and it's Shiva time again. The lower rounds on the old maps were so grueling and just long. Just waiting. It was tense for sure. Playing it remastered, they should have worked on the spawns, I feel. Around 6, I have both wall guns, Pack-a-Punch, and it's just a matter of waiting till I die at this point. Round 10, I get bullet boost, gaining fireworks and blast furnace. I mainly just stay near this door to the upper area, watching left and right as they can't come in fast enough to swarm me just yet. Rounds end up going by really quick. Having dog rounds makes things a lot faster. Zombies start to pick up at round 15 as I have to run around a lot more. As well, I'm using up my Widow's Wine a lot more. The later teens all prove to be a lot in the same, trying to stay near the spawn door until Widow's is used up, and then trying my best at training. Continuing this strategy, I find myself at round 20. I expected it to be just like the rounds before. Zombies poured in too fast, so I use my RK5, I run out of windows very quickly, and I get a red screen. But with a nuke coming shortly after, I barely make it to 21. Running around trying to train, my resources get used up quickly, and I find myself taken down, getting trapped by the unrelenting zombies. Right after I revived, somebody walked into my room, so after I unpaused, I got downed yet again. And it's on to the next one. I love Shinonuma, one of my favorites, and a map that I got to an insanely high round when I was young. I felt like I had this huge achievement over my friends, and I didn't even know how easy it was on World at War. But I'll give the room a 6 out of 10. Needs more box. Now we come up on Kino der Toten. And the map, I'm assuming that I'm going to make it to the highest round on. What's that? I'm making this afterwards so I know the outcome? Kino in German means theater, so it comes to no surprise to spawn in the lobby of a theater. I get immolation first, so I get to hit in the box hoping for good hits. Kino has a nice sized spawn room, 4 windows again and 2 doors leaving out. There is a fine amount of space to run zombies on the ground floor, and it actually has camp spots unlike other maps before this, as you can camp on the stairs or you can camp underneath to the door leading out to the alley. I end the fire sale with a dingo and a 74U and find Perkaholic quickly searching through the gun machine. I spent countless hours in the spawn room alone, whether it be from sucking at the game when I was young or farming liquid divinium on my Xbox. So running the lower rounds are pretty easy. Standing near this front window, you kill zombies. It's easy. Early rounds run by and it's now round 10 with a nice dog round afterwards. Round 11 goes quick with death machine and same as 12. Power-ups seem to drop a lot in this challenge. I'm not sure why or like if that's a thing. Like is it because I'm in the spawn room or do they just drop a lot on this game? Round 15 starts and I begin my camp strategy. You see, if you stand on the stairs here, the zombies are only going to come from in front of you. Like even the zombies that spawn upstairs will go downstairs first. It's lovely. Using this spot, round goes by quickly, and I roll up on round 19. At this point, I should have started training. I should have started training probably a few rounds before this, but I stayed here, and it caused me to get swarmed, and I took it down and died before even trying to hit the gobble gum, ending this challenge. I was pretty upset with this and wanted to redo it, but no. These are all of my first tries, and I know I could make it to our higher round than 19 on Kino. Come on. Outside of that, I give this room an 8 out of 10. It looks so nice and gives you great space for training as well as camping. And there's a box spot. Next map, of course, is Ascension. We fade to black and white as we spawn in on a lunar lander, bringing us into a zero-G testing room of an abandoned Cosmodrome. The spawn room holds 4 windows, 2 on the main floor and 2 on the catwalk above. This spawn as well holds an always active trap that just randomly spins as you play. This can be considered a massive game changer in the spawn room challenge. I grab my gums and get to hitting the box on round 5. I end the fire sale with a ray gun Mark II, an RPK I plan on keeping. I continue on to round 10, grabbing an upgraded Shiva on the way. Ascension is by far the best spawn room on the list of maps, and that really shows by round 15 as I start to train near the lander using my Shiva and fireworks to kill the hordes I amass. I'm set up and feeling safe, and round 20 comes by easy, running trains and killing when I feel fireworks is ready. The zombies really start picking up and I see myself running out of Widow's Wine rather quickly, but these lower 20s are just as easy as the teens. Round after round I use the same strategy until I'm already at 30. There isn't really much to say. The spawn room is so perfect I'd honestly say that if you want high rounds, then this is the strat you want to do for this map. Just maybe more fire sales than I use, because with power still off, the monkeys never show up, you get to keep all your perks, so that's a huge plus. Combining this with the ever-functioning spinny trap, and you have a recipe for greatness. With time going by, I end up on round 32 and get caught up by zombies and take my first down. Getting up, I gather the zombies, and the trap kills the horde. Hitting the gobblegum machine, I can feel the perkaholic hit my lips as I go down, ending this challenge. Terrible. This map is easy to grade. 10 out of 10 for a spawn room challenge. I mean, need I say more? Now we continue on with the Black Ops 1 maps a part of Chronicles. This means the ShangRa is next. Y'all know how I feel about this map. Shang spawn room finds us inside a long forgotten temple and has 4 windows inside its spawn, 1 in each corner, and it's mostly close quarters with a little open area near the stairs to Pack-a-Punch. There's a box location, so I run immolation like other maps. Wall power gets me a Pack-a-Punch Shiva, and I grab Perkaholic at the start of the next round. I get immolation at round 4 and make a fatal mistake. You see, this map has monkeys to steal your power-ups and change them as they run away. Not thinking about this, I go to just pop all 3 like I always do, get longer fire sales, and this gives the monkey plenty of time to steal my first 2 drops. So I didn't play this smart at all. I hit with what time I have left and I end up with the Argus. Terrible box plays. Early rounds are spent mostly staying near the stairs and spawn. I grab my Pack-a-Punched RK5 and things go easy up until round 8, as seen from the back-to-back nukes. But not paying attention, a napalm zombie blows up on me, giving me a bad early round down. This instantly makes things tense, as I would hate to lose this early. I get bullet boost on round 9 and another napalm coming to take me down, but I make it through. Perkaholic shows back up at round 10 and I can breathe easy for a bit, even if I get my first screecher. I get yet another napalm zombie on round 11. These are killed by running past them and making them blow up, but they can be dangerous, as seen from round 8. Even with the special zombies, the early teens go by quick, and I show up on round 15. Writing the script, I realize I need to say a lot of the same stuff over and over. I've made it to round 15 on every map so far. You can only arrive on around 15 so many times, you know. After 15, things surely pick up with Widows running out, and me having to try and formulate a plan on how to train up the zombies. I try to raw power it and catch her down around the end of 17. But before I can get my gums back, I end up downing on 18. Worst map so far. With that in mind, I don't want to give it a low score. I'd say a 6 out of 10 for having a box location, but the special zombies and spawn locations make it difficult even with gum. For me at least. The second to last map is Moon. A special map is you don't technically spawn inside of a spawn room. Now, I could just sit down in no man's land, but I feel that's a different challenge. So I make my way to the real spawn room and begin. Now, not only do you spawn differently, but the map's spawn room also has no wall buys and only 2 windows inside of it. So I decide to let myself use wall power if I can somehow manage to make that work. Guess what shows up first, making it not work. So with that, I run the early rounds. Getting fire sale round 2 and Perkaholic right after, I hit the box hoping for something crazy like the Wonder Waffle on Verrückt. And something crazy I get indeed, gaining not only the wave gun but the Gersh device as well. I couldn't ask for something better. I mean, this is like speed run worthy. I should have speed ran this. What did I not? I end with the ICR and Haymaker as my other 2 weapons and begin running these crazy fast rounds. With only 2 windows, the zombies practically flood into this room. By round 10, I have no fears and continue destroying the zombies. Only really fear I have is ammo. But that will come into play a little later as I learn there is no lack of power-ups on these early rounds. This map showed no hiccups even up until round 15, as death machines and max ammos come aplenty, but at round 17, I try and failed at juking zombies and gain my first down. Things seem tense, but getting Perkaholic back at the start of the next round, it eases my tension. At round 20, my ammo is filled, and training in this room is very easy. No matter the side, the spawns will always be the same. I run out of ammo on round 22 and start using the wave gun. Not remembering that this gun does not drop power-ups, but with my loss of the ICR from losing mule kicks, I had no choice At least I still get Widow's grenades. By round 25, my ammo is looking rough. With one Gersh, I have to really hope I get a max ammo when I use it. I shoot my last wave gun shot. Now I'm down to just a few zap gun bullets left. Also, the zap gun does no damage to old astronaut here, so he's just kind of hanging out with us. I round up the first zombies in round 26. And using my Gersh, I get a death machine. This has to give me a max ammo, or I really don't know what I'm gonna do. And right as the death machine is about to flash away, blinking, max ammo drops. And I can continue on. Using up my wave gun, ammo takes me all the way to round 30. The ammo on this gun works wonders. And if I would have remembered this gun gave no drops, I would have had more gobblegum to help compensate for that. But with my lack of ammo, I end up dying on round 30, a second highest round so far. And I would give this map an easy 8 out of 10, only for the fact that there are no wall weapons, but there is still a box location. And the space is perfect. Even the astronaut is no problem, unlike something like the napalm zombies. The last map played today is Origins. We find ourselves in northern France, inside of a bunker, as a great war wages on outside. We would be safe if not for the hordes of unending zombies. This spawn room holds 4 windows as well as one of the 6 generators needed to fully power the map, but we will only be turning this one on, though not until round 2 for some reason, I don't know why. With the generator on, I activate my immolation and get to hit in the box. Ending this, I have the Mark II as well as the BRM, solid early round guns. Wall power shows up at round 5, and a Pack-a-Punch to Shiva, admiring the Origins Pack-a-Punch camo. Rounds roll quickly, and before I know it, it's round 10. Meanwhile, I've just been sitting at the generator, repairing this window and killing the zombies as they walk up. By round 14, I'm reminding of the challenges that are on this map, and that I can get a Pack-a-Punch assault rifle just by getting 115 headshots, or 115, whatever you must say. So I check my headshots. I only have 66, so I get to complete in this challenge. Round 16, I get my 115th headshot, and end the round quickly, so I can see what new gun I'll be adding to the arsenal. With this reward, I get a Pack-a-Punch ICR, grabbing bullet boost after this and adding dead wire to both of my weapons. The rest of the teen rounds come easy with this kind of firepower. In round 20, I start training around the generator, and this starts to feel like I'm going to run some high rounds here. But surprisingly, I take it down on round 22 after running out of Widow's Wine and trapping myself at the door to Gen 2. My luck is huge here as there's only a few zombies left, allowing me to end the round and hit the gobblegums. My last hit of the round giving me Perkaholic after stalling zombies with nukes. From here, I just keep my wits about me and continue with the strat from before. Now from here, I'd love to tell some glorious story of high rounds and triumphs, but at round 25, my internet cut off and caused the game to end, as well as this attempt. Origins for sure gets an easy 10 out of 10s for spawn room challenge, as the area is super nice to run in, and you get the free Pack-a-Punch gun. That's nice for any challenge. And that's gonna end it for the video here. I had a lot of fun doing this and want to challenge myself more, and with the pitiful excuse of a Kino attempt and Origins ending, I will for sure do this again in some way. So look forward to more challenge videos like this. Also, if you enjoyed this video, why not like and subscribe so you can catch more content like this. But with that, it's been Ricto. Thanks for watching.